What's up guys, thanks for tuning in today's video. I'm Gabe. Today I'm going to be installing the long-awaited fuel injectors from the fuel injector clinic on my 2013 Camaro ZL1. We're going to be doing a fuel injector swap on my ZL1 because my car seems to be running pretty lean after 5,500 RPM, confirmed by the wideband sensor that I installed a few videos ago, and also my tuner Calvo from Calvo Tuned. Now, because the car is running lean, it's going to make the engine perform significantly worse than it should, and also it's a health hazard for the engine as a whole. The injectors that I actually went for are the 1000cc injectors. Now, in this kit, you're going to get obviously the 8 injectors, and you're also going to get, which I believe is the data set that you're going to give to your tuners, but we'll get more of that when I meet up with Calvo later in the video. Now, in terms of tools that you'll be needing, I'm going to go ahead and list them all in the link in the description below. As the install progresses, I'm going to name which specific tool you will be needing for the specific part of the installation. Okay, so one of the first things you're going to do is go ahead and disconnect the battery. We're going to have to remove all this crap that we have here. You're going to get a 10mm socket and disconnect it here. Next, you're going to take off the cover here. The first step is going to be disconnecting the fuel lines and purging the fuel system with a fuel rail. The purge valve is going to be right here, and where we're going to disconnect the line, it's going to be back here. You definitely want to start putting as much rags or anything to capture the fuel that's going to come out there. Remove the cap for the valve here, and it should be exposing a little pin there that's you're just going to press down, and that's going to allow the fuel to exit. It's still going, it's still going. All right. So now that we took care of this, we're gonna use this fuel line removal tool. This is what I use to install the E85 flex fuel sensor. Go to the end of the fuel line here where the fuel line hose is, and we're just gonna unhook it, and this clamp comes right off right here. This, you're gonna slide it in. Slide it on, you give it some force and you pull out. It's best to do it with gloves so you don't get fuel on your hands. It's gonna make a little bit of a mess here. The system's all purged, it's nice and clean. We're gonna go ahead and start removing the fuel line from the actual block here. So we're gonna get a 10mm deep socket, and we're gonna remove here and back here. And then on this side, it's gonna be the same thing. Right here and right there. The last bolt here is the headache bolt, is what we're gonna call it. And as you can see, they are pretty much kissing one another. So we were exploring some other options to try to see if we could maybe prevent having to cut into the gasket on top, but it looks like we might actually have to end up doing that because, well, I just don't see a way around it. All right, so we decided that we're going to just saw it off manually. It's a lot easier than to Dremel it just because of the angle. So it's going to be a consistent fight between using the thicker one to remove more of the top part, and then the thinner saw. There we go. The next thing that you should do, though, to actually mask the job that you did is probably sand it down a little bit more and just add a little bit of paint to it. All right, so we're gonna start disconnecting some of the pieces that would go attached to the fuel rail. And if this part wasn't already annoying to do, we also have one back here as well. On this side, we only have one, which is right here. All right, so we just came across this bolt here that is holding this clamp down for the wires. Literally lift it up, and that should allow it to free it. I forgot to mention that you should cut the zip tie off here because that's attached to the fuel rail, which we're gonna obviously take off in a moment. Make sure you have zip ties to replace it again. Now we're gonna disconnect some of the sensors that go up on the supercharger here. There you go. We're gonna start disconnecting the fuel injector connectors. So with the green fastener, you slide your middle finger or any finger, you just pull it up. So when you pull the green tab up, it's gonna expose this little gray piece right there. And that's what you need to push and start wiggling out. There you go, and it literally pops right out. Now it's time to actually start removing the fuel rail itself. We started on the edge because we had more leverage here, so boom, one popped out, the second one popped out. You got to give it some force. You don't want to, you know, yank on it like you're trying to kill the thing, but you definitely want to give it some applied pressure. All right, there you go. here is the fuel rail. We're gonna put it on a place where we can work on it like this, so I'm gonna move all this stuff here. The one on the left is going to be the stock injector, and here is the new Fuel Injector Clinic 1000cc. Look at the difference. Very cool to see these differences up close. We are now going to start removing the injectors from the fuel rail. First thing to do is to remove these clips that hold the injector in place. Just use your fingers here. So the preferred method of taking them out is by standing up and literally spinning the injector around and also pulling up on it. You don't want to obviously pull from here. Avoid that because that's a plastic component, and if that breaks, well, just get a new injector. Pro tip, guys, if the O-ring gets stuck in here when you're taking out the plugs, which they probably will, be very careful with any tools that you use because you don't want to scratch anything in here. You don't want to puncture any of the O-rings. You don't want to do any of that. So now we're going to start installing the first 1000cc injectors. Very simple to do. And what you want to just do is dab it a little bit. Go like that. Give it a little film of a layer here. Also, wash your hands. Wash your hands because if you've been working on the car, you probably have dust, grime, other crap that the thing has, and the last thing you want to have is clogged injectors or anything that gets into the system. All right, guys, we finish lubing up and installing the new injectors. Now let's go ahead and put the retainer clips back in place. And I know this might be a little bit repetitive, but I know somebody's going to appreciate it. Just slide the clips back inside here, so it should fit nice and snug like that. It's now time to put the rail back in place. Now it's going to be a lot easier because we gave it some lubrication, but now we're gonna try to see if we can, you know, wiggle around it because there's a ton of things in the way. So I'm just gonna record this part and how we managed to do it, and I'll summarize what we did afterwards. So in order for us to put back the fuel rail on the passenger side, we actually went ahead and removed the hoses over here. Actually, really the top one that we just needed this 90-degree plastic piece here to just move out of the way. That way we could actually twist and enter at an angle and then afterwards put into place. It should be a little bit easier on the driver's side because we have more space, and also the hose over here allows us to twist over here versus the passenger side that it was a fixed rail. Taking it off is obviously a lot easier, but you know what they say, you know, it's easy to take off your clothes in life, but putting them back on is the hardest part. But now we're just gonna retie the zip tie that we broke earlier here. Apologies for any discrepancies with showing you guys how to put anything back. It's very intuitive. The only thing that was difficult to really do was the actual fuel rail line. You're not supposed to turn on the car. As soon as you can, get to somebody that can tune your car, because what's gonna happen is he needs to tell the computer the exact measurements to make sure that it's responding to these huge injectors that are now in the car. Now we're just gonna go ahead and reconnect the fuel line, and we should be good to go for my tuner to do his magic. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to do this a little bit later towards in the night because, well, he's not gonna be available, and I need to have this car ready for the weekend. Oh my Lord. Bro, gonna wake up the whole damn hood just on idle. This is an iPhone 16, bro. I don't need light.
Oh no, I was doing it for myself. So I can look at the PSI.
Yep. Jesus.
The nitrous jet is correct. You don't use that one. You know, you're not running pure alpha. So gasoline.
All right. Yeah. Let me just say right now, this guy right here is single-handedly convincing me never to go nitrous ever.
Him and me. I'm confirming everything. But I'll definitely wait till tomorrow to go ahead and do any pulls. Oh yeah. Yeah, you'll wreck your car, bro. No, not worth it.
Yeah.
But 93, put octanium. Buy the unleaded one.
Yeah.
Do the right ratio. So no put the full can unless it says that.
Okay, I'll read it.
And then you can try the 100. You gotta load the 100 shot too. No, but what do you need then? No, it was 100% injectors. You were out of injector, bro. Logs don't lie. Logs don't lie. Oh, yeah. Sure.
In your experience, would you say that Fuel Injector Clinic is a good, I mean, it's a reputable place?
Oh, yeah. They put in the work. Look, I don't have to, like, they created all these tables. They make it easier for the, like, a tuner's job is not to figure out your freaking injector data. Like, no. This is done under a lab. This is on, they study the injector data with different pressures, different voltages, They get this, they create this data. That's why it costs. They give us, the tuners, the tools with full injector data tables that is just copy paste for us. And it guarantees you, the customer, good drivability. Let's load it up, let's see.
All right, so this is a moment of truth.
All right. It started, that's a great sign.
Yeah, so we didn't screw up. Now let's wait a few more seconds. We're just doing some walk around to see if we see any leakage. Looks good. Yep. 14.9. I think that's what I usually idle on.
Yeah, but that doesn't tell me the whole story. Oh, not bad. Fuel trim's very good. To do it the right way, yeah, I gotta go pedal on metal. Awesome. Did not lean out. I hit the fuel cutoff before anything happened. So good sign.
Cool.
So no more fueling issues.
So that's the reason why you gotta go with a good injector provider, just to be able to provide a good data
Look
set.
how easy that was. First flash. Like, look, that's the proof. First freaking flash, and we got fueling within the range. That's also kind of a anomaly. Like, it usually, yours is the first flash, and it was the fuel spot on. Oh shit, your motor's almost blowing up. No, kidding.
Asshole.
No knock, so we're good. 0 and green is good. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay. All right. So I'm adding 5% fuel for idle areas. Then I'm kind of doing some.
Yo. So how's that for logging?
No drama.
Wait, hold on. No, this drama. Don't say it like that, bro. Chill. Alright, chill.
You go to Taco Bell? Like what sauce did you get?
Bro, I don't usually get sauce. No.
Okay, so you know they have like mild or whatever. They have fire. It's pretty nice. They have Diablo.
Okay, this is more fire. Right?
I gave you fire.
Okay, you know what? I'm okay with that.
I give you fire. Tonight's not the night for Diablo. We could try Diablo another day.
Another day. So the question is, how much E can we do? Can this be full E?
We'll do that another day. If you want to do full E, like wait for me. Let's do a log on full E. We're good, bro. We're done.
Okay guys, so there you have it. That is the full in-depth how-to on how to replace your fuel injectors for an LSA, LS3, L99, or any one of those engines. And of course, that was a brief introduction to Calvo tuning my ZL1, and hopefully at later points in different videos, we get to see just how much better his tune works and how these injectors play a role. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it informative and entertaining, go ahead and hit the like button. Helps out tremendously with the algorithm. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you enjoy my content. And last but not least, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. And you guys can keep tabs on the most recent videos and updates on my ZL1. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.